सारखं झालं की म्हणजे
तिथे
बरोबर
दुसऱ्यात
नाही
होतं
वाटत.
ना, बनवलं
नाही पण
सगळं.
ते तुम्हाला आता किती जाऊन सांगून ठेवलं मी त्याला एफर्ट्स घ्यावे लागते थोडेसे.
वेळेत पाहिजे.
अगोदर पीपीटी मागवून वाचणे, त्याला रीडर दुसरं रेफरन्स घेणे थोडंसं.
वेळच नाही.
अरे वेळ म्हणजे आता काढा लागेल ना, खालीच आहे ना आपण दिवसभर.
नाही ना, खाली काम किती मागे
1 तास काढायचा रोज वाचायसाठी. रोज 1-1 तासात तर भरपूर Oh, yan, bro. हा राहुल सर,
बोला सर. गुड मॉर्निंग.
पहिली स्लाइड तुमची शेअर करून पाहून घ्या एकदा. Then we will have the introduction and then you can start your presentation for this session, sir. No, this is your introduction. So this will be done by Sarang Davde, sir.
Okay.
Yes. And just take your trial of your voice by reading this so that you will get it understood.
So can you hear me now? I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Let me check your audio once again. So just read the ones.
Okay, so we are all here for this 1 week online short-term training program. Is it audible, sir?
Yes, now this same intensity is required.
Okay.
So I think it is fine. So in 2-3 minutes now we will start from our side and then you can again share and then you can start the session.
Okay, sir.
So you can end your share now. Sarang Davde, sir. तुम्हाला बतावला डबल करा तुम्ही आता पास So, dear participants, welcome to this second session
for this STDP on computational intelligence in earthquake resistant design, organized by Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Ram Meghe, College of Engineering and Management, Badnera. So today we have with us Engineer Rahul Wankhede sir. He is assistant professor at our department, one of the dynamic and senior faculty. So he is now delivering us with his session on the topic of that seismic design for pile foundation. It was one of the interesting case study why we should go for computational intelligence in earthquake resistant design. So I call upon my co-coordinator, Professor Sarang Dhawde sir, to introduce the today's speaker, Rahul Wankhede sir. Sarang Dhawde sir, over to you.
Welcome to all. Here we have Professor Rahul Ramdasji Wankhede, the Assistant Professor at Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Ram Meghe, College of Engineering and Management, Badnera. Sir, having the academic qualification, B from the Civil Engineering, B Civil Engineering, Government College of Engineering, Amravati in 1997. ME from the COEP Pune in the Geotechnical Engineering. Sir, PhD pursuing in Civil Engineering at Sant Gadgaba Amravati University, Amravati. Sir, having the vast experience of 20 years, the academic teaching experience 8.2 years and industrial experience of 12 years. The industrial experience of 12 years at ITD Cementation India, then Shekhar Consultant Mumbai, then at Sharma Construction Amravati. Then industrial experience at abroad also, that work at Germany, Malaysia and Kurla, Mumbai. Then industrial experience of 12 years in the geotechnical investigation, shallow foundation design, settlement analysis, the ground improvement design, the pile foundation design, load test setup design, rock and ground anchor, rock bolt and soil nail and various material testing done in the experience of Professor Wankhede sir. The recent design consultancy offered the Nagpur Metro, Delhi Metro, and Adani LNG project, the Dharma Orissa, and other consultant at Professor Ram Meghe College of Engineering and Management also. The academic teaching experience about the 8.2 at PRMCM Badnera from June 2012. An academic teaching experience at the Geotechnical Engineering project, that is a project planning management, advanced concrete technology, construction material and material management, construction equipment and machinery management at construction engineering management ME program. Then the research contribution, 12-year UG project guide, 12 UG project guided and 4 number PG registration guided. Research publication, international journal 3 publication, national journal 5 and the conference attended 2. Then sir, having the membership of technical institution, life membership of the Indian Concrete Institute, Indian Society for Technical Education and Indian Geotechnical Society. So I welcome
Welcome
Professor
Professor
Ramne,
Ramne, Professor Ramne, College of Management
at
at
STDP.
STDP.
Professor Wankhede sir, I request Wankhede sir to deliver his presentation.
Thank you very
Dear
much.
participants,
So
so today we have us with a
very
very
enthusiastic
senior and experienced
uh, Professor
Professor Rahul Wankhede. So,
will
Department of Civil
be
Engineering,
about his experience,
experience.
and now he is sharing with his experience the session on specific design for pile foundation. So Rahul Wankhede sir, welcome, and you can start sharing your
Your
presentation.
presentation, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Sarang Dhawade, sir, for such a wonderful introduction, in-depth introduction of mine. I will like to extend my sincere thanks to Head of Department, Professor P.V. Khandwe, sir, the energetic and dynamic personality of our department, which are a constant source of inspiration for all of us at department. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Principal Sir, Honorable Principal Sir, Professor Rammege College of Engineering Management, Dr. M.S. Ali, a man with a vision and mission who keeps us guided throughout our academic year and for, in fact, building our career in this academics. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to management of Vidarbha Youth Welfare Society, and foremost and most important, I want to extend my sincere thanks to you all, the young, dynamic, and I could see your faces, very energetic and young faces over there in the participants. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is one of the very most motivating factor for me, because there is something which we could learn from the new generation, because they are into more competitive environment than ours. And whenever I get a chance of interaction with these young peoples, I feel very like feeding myself with positive thoughts, because there is one post recently I have gone through on Facebook also. Little kid, a child, he is in conversation with his grandfather, and his grandfather says him, see, that there are always two kind of personality. A person holds two kind of personality inside him. The one which is like on the bad side or on the darker side, and the one which is on the good side, and there is always goes on a battle in between those. So the little kid with curiosity asks him, which one of these own, इसमें से कौन जीतता है? So the grandfather says, जिसको आप ज़्यादा खिलाओगे, the one whom you feed more will win.
Yes, sir.
So this is a process, of feeding our mind with good thoughts, particularly even though it is technical stuffs which we go through here in the session. But more than that, it's more about developing your insights and developing a thought process, which helps us not only in technical field, but yes, how to work with peoples which are those in the technical field. So being with in a technical field for over a long period of 20 years, academic plus industry, I do think that I do have something which I should always share with young budding engineers. I hope there must be some practicing engineers in the panel of participants. Is there any participants who is practicing geotechnical engineer? Okay, I guess there must be someone who must be practicing as a geotechnical engineer. And today's session, I promise you that this session, the particular session, will be one of a very good input for the practicing geotechnical engineer, or those who are thinking of getting into this profession. And this is one of the good project, or a project which is very close to my heart, because I have worked extensively on this project, and I have designed over thousands of piles, hundreds of pile load test setups, 100 then ground improvement schemes, and it was one of the fantastic projects. So not dwelling into the much of the we'll straight away get to the points now. I'll start sharing my content. If you have any questions, do send me in the chat section so that I can take it up at the end. That will be a good thing to summarize at the end. So do keep on sending your question only in chat section. We will take it up at the end of the session. Fine. So I'll start with the session, and I'm starting my screen, which is a PPT screen, and
Yes, sir. It is visible now.
it is visible. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. You
Yes.
can just start.
Yeah, so I welcome you all for this session, and I'll start with the slideshow so that it will have a bigger screen. I hope it is visible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
So I welcome you all for this STTP organized by Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Ram Meghe College of Engineering and Management, Badnera, Amravati, Computational Intelligence in Earthquake Resistant Design. So my part, I being a geotechnical engineer, I always dwell into below. हमारा मुंह जमीन के अंदर ही ज़्यादा होता है, and like we developed this sense over the period of time that we start seeing it, even though it is not visible, but we start.
Foundation must be strong.
Yes, our vision gets like that. We get imagination of the soil and how could be the substrata and how could structure look like below. And I hope you all will also be able to develop that vision in your particular field, because engineering is more about imagineering. That means you should be able to imagine the engineering which you are going to put on the site. Yes, on the field. So I'll be more dwelling in the today's session, and that is the seismic consideration in cast in situ piling works. I'll be keeping my, I will not be touching the site execution part, but I'm going to get into the design part.
Yes,
so
sir.
we have site part also that I will take up in some other session. So today we'll stick up to the analysis part mostly. So this is one of the content of this project, this PPT is, or this session will be, we'll get into the project background. We'll see what is the project about, which was the project. Then tectonic setting of the project. When we say tectonic setting, means we are talking about the seismic conditions of that project site. We'll see what seismic design considerations we have to take into consideration before we get into actual work on the site. Then what is liquefaction? It is one of the essential part of seismic design considerations or seismic design analysis. And then actually we get into the design of cast in situ piles. There are two types of pile. One is boat cast in situ and another is driven cast in situ. We'll see when we'll go into further details. So a beautiful location. This is on the east coast of our India, Paradip. This is a port project which was developed by Government of India, and particularly for petroleum projects. It is close to Paradip. This is one of the city in Orissa, and it is about 125 kilometers from Bhubaneswar, which is the capital of Orissa. So this is our project area, the white dot which you see over here, and you can see all the creeks over here. That means this is a backwater of sea. You can see it, and how could be the work area before we actually would have started the work. This is all marine setup where we find clay, but this was a somewhat different site. The company where I was working as a design engineer and the deputy design manager, along with my guru, I should say my geotechnical guru. I have been very fortunate to have a very good mentors throughout my career at Consulting Engineer Services. I have Mr. Pingde. He is no more, Satish Pingde. I pay my homage to him. Then at Bauer Corporate Services, I was fortunate to work with Mr. Peter Golup at Schrobenhausen, Germany. He was one of the finest geotechnical engineer and fastest ever I have seen in the field. And then at ITD cementation, Dr. Sunil Basarkar, who is working as a vice president, general manager at Afcons India, Mumbai, and Mr. Havaldar, who worked as a vice president at ITD and Walecha Engineering. So ITD Cementation, one of the very good company I have worked in, and the project was design and construction of piles for IOCL Southside Paradip refinery. IOCL is nothing but the Indian Oil Corporation Limited, and the consultant was Foster Wheeler GB Limited, Gurgaon, Haryana. I'll get into it. Some problem. Yeah, okay. So background of the owner, IOCL, it is a Fortune 500 company. It has a record sale of 66 metric million ton up to 2008-9. Then to expand their domestic market and Southeast Asia market, they thought of developing a port facility at the refinery at of about 15 metric million ton per annum at Paradip at the cost of 30,000 crore rupees. It was the largest ever investment taken by any Fortune 500 company on a single project. And the production started from 2012. Now the project looks like something like this. The actual project photograph, this is how it looks like now. And this was the original site. This is IOCL refinery Paradip area. These are the site plan, and we had many structures over here, bullet structures. Our main focus as a contractor, we are going into new now our topic. So our scope as a contractor was to design piles for the structures, and the client recommended us that either you can go for piles which could be broadcast into any type of pipe, but yes, the requirement was these capacities. Compression capacity were from 70 ton to 290 ton. Then tension capacity was from 40 ton to 80 ton, and shear, that means lateral capacity, was from 4 ton to 14 ton. So this was the requirement from client side, and yes, the specifications was very stringent, and it was according to the standards which are international standards plus national standards which are going prevailing all over in the practicing fields. So some of the important was like you could have a permitted settlement of 10 mm, and permitted settlement at dead vertical load plus half of the service load was 20 mm, and permitted lateral settlement was lateral deflection was only 5 mm. So we had these stringent criteria to fulfill. Not only we have to do it in the documentation, that means design and analysis part, but yes, we do have to prove it on the site by actually loading the piles. We will see how we fulfill those, and I'll show you the readings of those things, even the analysis part also. So the applicable acceptance criteria was according to the Indian Standard Code IS 2911. We have 4 sections according to IS 2911 for different type of piles. The first one is applicable for driven cast in situ pile. Second one is applicable for board cast in situ pile. Third one for driven precast concrete piles, and then fourth one was board precast concrete piles. So the mostly prevailing or the type of piles which are generally used on the site are driven cast in situ piles and board cast in situ piles. The international code, we had British codes 8004 for foundations and 8008 for the piling work particularly. These are the India further European code which were applicable and which has been referred. Some were applicable mostly regarding the earthquake analysis. So if you could say the European code 19981, then if we talk about the Indian code, then it was IS 1893. IRC 78 is about bridges, but then yes, we do use for some purpose. And most important was criteria for earthquake resistant design of structure, IS 1893, and then this European code. We'll see. Even we used the recommendations given by these NEHPR. We'll see it when we will get into this. So the first step was carrying about out the seismic hazard analysis. That means you have to identify the location of your project and the seismic condition or the seismic threats to that particular location which are present in the proximity of that site. So the first thing is identifying the source of your earthquake. That means a location where earthquake could occur and distance of that location from your project site. So once you identify that where is the source of earthquake and what is the distance of that source, it could be single source or it could be multiple sources. So once you know that, you have to take that distance and you have to find out what accelerations has happened at that particular site. We are getting to get into acceleration. You will get it clear once we move on. So we identify the distance and we find out what accelerations has occurred at that sources. So we have many sources. If you could see many dots over here. So for many radial distances, we have many types of acceleration and we have to identify critical of that. So when we identify, we have to take into consideration probability. I'll touch upon it when we go upon. Means it will be like not like that we'll take the most critical one or which is the critical one, but we have to get into the probability of occurrence of that earthquake. So that is the first step which we do. So once we know what is the distance, we will try to find out what acceleration is going to happen at the site, and by using this acceleration, we will design our piles. How we are going to do it, we'll see it later on. So second step, we have to get into the tectonic setting of the earthquake of the site. So this is a plan of India, and you can see the circles over here there. These are the sources of earthquake. यानी ये वो प्लेसेस है जहां पे अर्थक्वेक आए हुए हैं, और उस सर्कल का जो आप डायमीटर देख रहे हो, दैट रिप्रेजेंट्स सर्कल का डायमीटर प्लस कलर, दैट रिप्रेजेंट्स द सीवियरिटी ऑफ द अर्थक्वेक. जितना स्मॉलर सर्कल दिखेगा उतना उसका सीवियरिटी कम है, और जितना ज्यादा बड़ा हुआ सर्कल आपको दिखेगा उसकी उतनी ही सीवियरिटी ज्यादा है. तो आपने शायद खिलारी का सुना होगा महाराष्ट्र का. यू कैन सी दिस येलो प्लॉट, येलो स्पॉट ओवर हियर. वैसे ही आपने भुज का देखा होगा, तो दिस इज ऑन दिस साइड. नॉर्थ साइड में, अफगानिस्तान साइड में काफी अर्थक्वेक्स आते रहते हैं, एंड देन दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ, यू कैन सी दिस इज अ वेरी क्रिटिकल फॉल्ट लाइन. यू कैन सी ओवर हियर all yellow dots. Okay, so somewhere or other way, we don't have to get into all of these. We have to get into the one which could be severe for my site. So we identified those. हमने क्या किया, वो आइडेंटिफाई किया और हमने देखा कि इसमें की कौन सी मेरे साइट के लिए क्रिटिकल है. तो हमने देखा कि देयर कुड बी अर्थक्वेक्स व्हिच कुड ऑकर इन अ रेंज ऑफ 5 to 7 रिक्टर स्केल इन द डिस्टेंस ऑफ 10 to 30 किलोमीटर. 10 से 30 किलोमीटर की रेंज में कुछ अर्थक्वेक्स है जिनका मैग्नीट्यूड 5 से 7 है, और वो मेरे साइट को हैम्पर कर सकते हैं. तो हमने उनको आइडेंटिफाई किया. अब इसमें भी मुझे क्या करना पड़ता है, दो टाइप के अर्थक्वेक आइडेंटिफाई करने पड़ते हैं. वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई टू टाइप्स ऑफ अर्थक्वेक, एंड दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंडियन कोड IS 1893. अब ये विच आर दीज टू टाइप्स ऑफ अर्थक्वेक. तो पहला है डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक और दूसरा है MCE, दैट मींस मैक्सिमम कंसीडर्ड अर्थक्वेक. आपको डिजाइन के लिए एक अर्थक्वेक आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ता है और एक क्रिटिकल आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है. फाइन. तो व्हाट इज डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक एंड व्हाट इज मैक्सिमम कंसीडर्ड अर्थक्वेक. तो डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक एक ऐसा अर्थक्वेक होता है, इट इज अ अर्थक्वेक that it has only 5% of probability of occurrence in 50 years. यानी वो प्रोजेक्ट 2012 में चालू हुआ तो 2062 तक मीन्स 2062 तक सिर्फ 5% प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि वो अर्थक्वेक आएगा. What it? वैसे ही maximum considered earthquake is the earthquake which have only 2% of probability. That means in coming 50 years, that means up to 2062 year, there is only 2% probability of occurring that particular earthquake. तो ये दो टाइप के earthquake लेके हमें एनालिसिस करना होता है, डिजाइन बेसिस earthquake एंड मैक्सिमम कंसिडर्ड earthquake. जब मैं बोलता हूं कि सिर्फ 5% probability यानी कि ये अर्थक्वेक हो सकता है कि 475 ईयर, दैट मींस इन द 475 ईयर दैट अर्थक्वेक इज गोइंग टू हैपन ओनली वंस. वैसे ही मैक्सिमम कंसीडर्ड अर्थक्वेक इज गोइंग टू हैपन वंस ओनली इन द ईयर, इन द नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स 2475. तो इतना स्ट्रिंजेंट क्राइटेरिया हमें प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए लेना होता है, बिकॉज यू नो दीज प्रोजेक्ट्स आर वेरी क्रिटिकल, not only from investment point of view but from safety point of view. You have to ensure safety for such projects, and that is why we go for such a stringent criteria. Okay, so I hope you got it now. We go ahead, and next step is to model the site. You have to model the site for the analysis. So what we do actually when we model it, तो हम क्या करते हैं कि हम seismic source को place करते हैं here at a distance of r, जो हमने पहले आइडेंटिफाई किया है, from my site. So if it is my site, तो मैं इस सोर्स को r डिस्टेंस पे लोकेट कर दूंगा. उसका डेप्थ ऑफ ऑकरेंस मुझे मालूम होता है, फोकल लेंथ और फोकल डेप्थ हमें पता होती है. क्लियर? Then we model the layers. You can see these layers. ये layers हम model करते हैं. And how do we know these layers? We know these layers from seismic geotechnical investigation. You know the preliminary and first part of any geotechnical analysis is geotechnical investigation, जिसमें हम site पे जाके we go to the site, we carry out investigation, we try to find out the soil property, we try to find out what is the depth and thickness of the layers, what is the type of soil, what could be the critical properties of the soil. We carry out some in situ test, we carry out some laboratory test, and इन सब को हम एक रिपोर्ट के फॉर्म में प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, प्रेजेंट करते हैं, जिसे जियोटेक्निकल इन्वेस्टिगेशन रिपोर्ट कहा जाता है. सो वी टेक दीज लेयर्स फ्रॉम देयर एंड हम इसको मॉडल करते हैं, एंड देन हम एनालिसिस करते हैं यूजिंग अ सॉफ्टवेयर. तो हमने यहाँ पे उसे मॉडल किया है. पर्टिकुलरली टॉप का लेयर 30 मीटर लेयर का हमने मॉडल किया है एज अ हार्ड सॉइल, जिसमें कि सिस्मिक वेव्स जब प्रोपेगेट होगी तो उस प्रोपोगेशन का जो स्पीड रहेगा या उसका जो शेयर वेलोसिटी वेव रहेगा, शेयर वेव्स जो उस सॉइल में से ट्रांसफर होंगे तो उसका स्पीड रहेगा 500 मीटर पर सेकंड. यू कैन इमेजिन एक सेकंड में वो 500 मीटर ट्रैवल करेगी आपकी सिस्मिक वेव. सो वी मॉडल्ड इट एंड देन बाय यूजिंग सॉफ्टवेयर हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया कि वहाँ पे डिजाइन स्पेक्ट्रम क्या रहेगा या पिक ग्राउंड एक्सीलरेशन क्या रहेगा. So what is this peak ground acceleration? You know acceleration. Acceleration means change in the velocity, right? तो ये acceleration उस particular location पे क्या रहेगा for design basis earthquake and for maximum considered earthquake. हमने ये analysis किया और हमने ये पाया कि there could be a acceleration of 0.5 g for MCE. अगर मैं MCE करता हूँ, MCE के लिए जो वहाँ पे मैक्सिमम एक्सीलरेशन रहेगा वो हाफ ऑफ द एक्सीलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी रहेगा. यू नो 9.81 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर आपका G है, तो उसके आधा 0.5. और अगर मैं डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक कंसीडर करता हूँ तो दैट विल बी ओनली 0.2 ऑफ G, 0.2 ऑफ द G. So once we identified this acceleration by carrying out these analysis, हमने एक सॉफ्टवेयर यूज किया जिसका नाम है शेक, SHAKE, and this Shake software is developed. It is based on the analysis carried out by Idris and Son in 1982. This is a free field analysis program. ये one dimensional, इसमें ऐसा होता है कि to be tell you very simply कि अगर आपके पास कोई टेबल है और टेबल पे आपने आपकी बिल्डिंग का मॉडल बना के रखा है, तो हम क्या करते हैं, टेबल को उतना एक्सीलरेशन देते हैं, उतने स्पीड से एक्सीलरेशन देते हैं कि जितना डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक या मैक्सिमम कंसीडर्ड अर्थक्वेक पे आया है, तो आपका जो स्ट्रक्चर है उस स्पीड से उसमें शेक्स जाएगी. सो यू हैव टू एक्सीलरेट दैट. सो शेक डूज दैट थिंग. बट ये क्या करता है, टेबल को नहीं लगाता है. आपका स्ट्रक्चर है, स्ट्रक्चर के नीचे सॉइल लेयर है, और सॉइल लेयर के नीचे जिस लोकेशन पे ये सोर्स है वहां पे ये एक्सीलरेशन प्रोपोगेट करेगा, फिर वो नॉन लिनियरली इस लेयर्स में से मूव करेगा. द लेयर्स व्हिच आई हैव शोन यू अर्लियर. सो इट मूव्स नॉन लिनियरली through these soil layers and it reaches up to your structure. So we carried out this analysis by using a Shake software. और हमने क्या पाया, तो हमने ये पाया कि ग्राउंड से अगर मैं यहाँ पे अगर मैं देखता हूँ 30 मीटर नीचे, तो मुझे यहाँ पे एक्सीलरेशन क्या मिलेगा, सिर्फ 0.1 g मिलेगा. यू कैन सी इट ओवर 0.1 g भी नहीं, 0.005 g यहाँ पे मुझे एक्सीलरेशन मिलेगा. यू कैन सी माय कर्सर ओवर हियर. लेट मी सी इफ आई कैन शो यू बाय some tool. Okay, no problem. Just focus on my cursor. तो ये एक्सीलरेशन का फिगर है जो डेवलप होगा. इट विल डेवलप एट अ डेप्थ ऑफ 30 मीटर बिलो ग्राउंड लेवल. सो इट विल बी ओनली 0.05 g. At a depth of 5 meter below ground level, it will be more than 0.5 g, and if you go at the ground surface, then it will reach up to these figures are particularly for design basis earthquake. लेकिन ग्राउंड पे हम अगर जाएंगे तो आप देखोगे कि 0.35 g तक का ग्रेविटी के टाइम्स एक्सीलरेशन डेवलप होगा. तो ये हो गया डिजाइन बेसिस अर्थक्वेक के लिए. तो मुझे 0.35 g का एक्सीलरेशन कंसीडर करना है. Likewise, we carried out analysis for maximum considered earthquake using Shake. तो शेक में हमें MCE के लिए हमें पता चला कि it will be more than 0.6 g for maximum considered. So we have two accelerations for two types of earthquake. One is design basis earthquake and second is maximum earthquake. तो एक बार मुझे ये एक्सीलरेशंस पता चल गए, आई गॉट द एक्सीलरेशंस. अब मैं क्या करूंगा, व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई विल यूज दिस एक्सीलरेशंस टू कैरी आउट अ लिक्विफेक्शन एनालिसिस. व्हाट इज लिक्विफेक्शन एनालिसिस? तो लिक्विफेक्शन यानी एक ऐसी प्रोसेस है, यू नो, एज एन जियोटेक्निकल इंजीनियर और सॉइल इंजीनियर, सॉइल पजेस एनर्जी बिकॉज ऑफ टू थिंग्स. सॉइल में जो एनर्जी होती है उस एनर्जी को हम शियर स्ट्रेंथ ऐसे बोलते हैं, और सॉइल में एक ही टाइप की कैपेसिटी होती है. only one type of capacity soil is having, and that capacity is called as shear strength. That means soil is having only one strength. It cannot be pulled, यानी उसमें टेंशन नहीं है, उसमें बेंडिंग नहीं है. You cannot bend soil. You can only shear the soil. Even compression भी नहीं है, but compression है तो वो क्यों है? Why it is there? It is only because of the shearing strength of soil. अब ये shearing आता कहाँ है soil में? Soil में where does shearing resistance come in the soil? So soil में shearing resistance आता है two वजह, because of two reasons. One is cohesion and another is friction. Friction यानी soil का particle जब एक दूसरे पे स्लाइड होता है तो उसमें फ्रिक्शन डेवलप होता है. सो दैट फ्रिक्शन गिव्स रेजिस्टेंस. सेकंड, सॉइल पार्टिकल्स में क्ले मिनरल्स होते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ दोस क्ले मिनरल्स, व्हेन देयर इज सम स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर प्रेजेंट देयर, सो कोहेजन्स डेवलप्स देयर. दैट मींस सॉइल पार्टिकल्स स्टिक्स टू ईच अदर, और उसमें से भी हमें शियर रेजिस्टेंस मिलता है. तो सॉइल इज हैविंग स्ट्रेंथ बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ओनली टू थिंग. वन इज कोहेजन एंड सेकंड इज फ्रिक्शन. तो जिसे हम टेरजागी ने जो इक्वेशन दिए है, या मोर कॉलम में से जो हमें इक्वेशन मिलती है, टाउ इज इक्वल्स टू सी प्लस सिग्मा tan phi. तो सी रिप्रेजेंट्स द कोहेजन एंड tan phi रिप्रेजेंट्स दैट फ्रिक्शन, जो होता है प्रोपोर्शनेट टू द नॉर्मल स्ट्रेसेस व्हिच इज एक्टिंग ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर सॉइल एट द पॉइंट ऑफ कंसीडरेशन. क्लियर? तो ये हो गया शियर स्ट्रेंथ. अब होता क्या है कि अगर सॉइल कोहेसिव नहीं है, सॉइल कोहेसिव नहीं है, दैट मींस उसमें सी है ही नहीं, तो हमारा जो मोर कॉलम का इक्वेशन है, सी बिकम्स 0 एंड मोर कॉलम इक्वेशन बिकम्स टाउ इज इक्वल्स टू सी प्लस सिग्मा सी प्लस सिग्मा tan phi, तो उसमें का सी जब 0 हो जाता है तो आपका इक्वेशन बचता है सिग्मा tan phi ओनली। क्लियर? अब होता यह है जब हम शेक करते हैं कोई भी चीज को, पर्टिकुलरली कोहेसिव सॉइल को या सैंड को, आप जब शेक करोगे तो वहां पे मोशंस, वाइब्रेशंस जनरेट होते हैं और ये जो फ्रिक्शन है वो भी लूज हो जाता है। दैट मीन्स soil loses its friction also during shaking, particularly only during shaking friction gets lost। उस फिनोमेना के लॉस ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ सॉइल ड्यूरिंग शेकिंग हम उसे कहते हैं लिक्विफेक्शन। Why liquefaction? Because soil starts behaving like a liquid and that is why we call it as liquefaction। Clear? तो हम ये liquefaction analysis करते हैं by using the recommendations which has been given by Yod et al. In 2011। और इसमें हम करते क्या है कि SPT या CPT का डाटा लेते हैं। These are the field tests which we carry out on the site, and then we use the values of these SPT and CPT to work out cyclic shear resistance and cyclic shear stress। अब इसमें दो चीजें हैं, प्लीज पे अटेंशन, साइक्लिक shear resistance and cyclic shear stress। Cyclic shear stress is getting introduced because of the earthquake। तो इसके फॉर्मूले में आपको एक्सीलरेशन दिखेगा जो मेरे साइट पे मैंने वर्कआउट किया है शेक सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करके। Clear? So when I will work out cyclic shear stress, you will have a formula where you could see acceleration value, whereas this is a resistance which is offered by the soil and which is worked out by using the in situ properties of soil such as SPT and CPT। क्लियर? सो इसको हम वर्कआउट करेंगे, फिर साइक्लिक शेयर स्ट्रेस को मैं साइक्लिक शेयर रेजिस्टेंस से डिवाइड करूंगा, मुझे फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी मिलेगा। अगर ये फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी 1 से ऊपर है तो वहां पे लिक्विफेक्शन नहीं होगा, और अगर ये फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी 1 से यानी 1 से कम है तो वहां पे लिक्विफेक्शन होगा। बट very important thing is that कि ये जो cyclic shear resistance है, it is not only a property of soil but it is also a property of overburden pressure present over at that particular location। You know overburden pressure यानी कि ये वो प्रेशर है जो at particular depth z पे act हो रहा है soil पे because of the self weight of soil which is present on that above that particular point। Clear? तो ये लिक्विफेक्शन सॉइल के प्रॉपर्टी का ही नहीं बट ओवरबर्डन प्रेशर का भी एक गोवन करता है। तो क्या क्या प्रॉपर्टीज है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रेजिस्टेंस वर्कआउट करने के लिए? डेप्थ, फाइन कंटेंट्स, सॉइल यूनिट वेट एंड एसपीटी वैल्यू। इससे मैं रेजिस्टेंस वर्कआउट करूंगा। क्लियर? सो और जब मैं when I am going to work out shear stress, then I am going to use this peak ground acceleration PGA 0.11g, 0.22g for design basic earthquake and for MCE जो कि बेस्ड है मैक्सिमम रेक्टर स्केल 6.5 आने वाले अर्थक्वेक के लिए। So these are the formulas for CSR जो मैंने बोला था, resistance, R stand for resistance and S stands for the shear stress। तो cyclic shear resistance and cyclic shear stress। So here you can see this is a formula for stress जिसमें कि accelerations की value आपको दिख रही है। So 0.65 Amax upon G। तो ये जो Amax है, this Amax is nothing but the PGAs which we worked out by using these figures। ये जो फिगर यूज करके मैंने जो एक्सीलरेशन वर्कआउट किया है वो मैं इस फॉर्मूला में यहाँ पे आई एम गोइंग टू पुट हियर Amax। ओके, एंड दिस इज एक्सीलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, यू नो, एंड दीज आर द ओवरबर्डन प्रेशर्स एंड दीज आर द करेक्शन फैक्टर्स जो डिपेंड करते हैं डेप्थ पे। एंड व्हेन आई वर्क आउट रेजिस्टेंस आई यूज एसपीटी वैल्यूज। दिस n रिप्रेजेंट्स द एसपीटी वैल्यू। तो ये फॉर्मूलाज है साइक्लिक शेयर रेजिस्टेंस एंड साइक्लिक शेयर स्ट्रेस यूज कर वर्कआउट करने के लिए। These are the formulas which we used for working out analysis। हमने यहाँ पे दो चीजें यूज की है, particularly the guidelines given by IS 1893 Very important criteria for earthquake resistant design of structure. That means you have to follow the guidelines when you design the earthquake resistant structure. And second, very important, NCEER. These are the councils which are there for earthquake resistant design of the structure. These are international organization, NCEER, और ये हम building codes में भी follow करते हैं. This is a sheet which we developed for carrying out the liquefaction analysis. यहाँ पे आपको SPT value दिखेगी, overburden pressure दिखेगा, pore pressure. It is a very important thing. Pore pressure means it depends on the water table location, very important criteria. And then by using fine contents, these are the coefficients which depends on the locations. We will work out whether the soil is going to get liquefy or not. तो आप यहाँ देखोगे कि 15 मीटर तक के भी liquefactions हमें कहीं कहीं ऑब्जर्व हुआ है. Here factor of safety is less than 1. Here you can see 0.19 से 0.65. तो ये liquefiable soils हमने identify करी. कहीं पे 15 मीटर जहाँ पे हमें बहुत ज़्यादा liquefiable soils identify हुई है. For example, this location 15 meter. So we cannot go for piles, maybe because it will be very expensive. So we have proposed something alternate. तो हमने वहाँ पे ground improvement propose किया है, stone column workout किए हैं, very good method for improving the soil. We propose them stone columns. We do propose some dynamic compactions also, but in this particular site I have proposed stone columns जहाँ पे हमें बहुत ही अच्छे results मिले हैं. But in this session I haven't covered about the ground improvement. I am more focusing on the pile types. So once we identify these liquefiable layers, तो हमने उसको we represented it in the picture format. You can see these are the soil layers of the site. 0.5 7.5 meter तक fill है. Then we have a soft clay layer from 1 to 5 meter. Then loose to medium. Not exactly हर जगह पे लोकेशन पे स्ट्राटा सेम होता है, स्ट्राटा वेरी होता है, but the one which I am showing is the typical of that site. So you have loose to medium dense sand or clay sandy soil. Then unit 2, this pink color you can see, unit 2 में हमें dense sand मिली है, unit 3 में this particular is a unit 3. So here 3 to 6 में हमें stiff clay या dense sand मिला है. तो हमें if you could see 1B तक हमें problems थे साइट पे, 1A and 1B पे हमें problems थे liquefaction के. तो how do we deal with those things, particularly when we design pipe, that I am going to tell you. So this figure represents particularly this blue color you focus, this is a this indicates the liquefaction. So DB जो light blue color है, that is because of DB, and this dark blue color is because of the MCA. तो जहाँ पे भी ब्लू कलर दिख रहा है वहाँ पे उस डेप्थ तक हमारी सॉइल लिक्विफाई होने वाली है. कब? जब अर्थक्वेक आएगा तब लिक्विफाई होने वाली है. यानी क्या? सॉइल स्ट्रेंथ छोड़ देगी. यानी क्या? सॉइल विल स्टार्ट बिहेविंग एज अ लिक्विड. यानी अगर उसमें मेरा स्ट्रक्चर उस वक्त है और मैंने उसको कोई ट्रीटमेंट नहीं दी है, तो माय स्ट्रक्चर इज गोइंग टू सिंपली सिंक इन दैट लिक्विड. उस लिक्विड में जबकि अर्थक्वेक आएगा तब वो सॉइल लिक्विड जैसी होगी. उस लिक्विड में मेरा स्ट्रक्चर सीधे सीधे नीचे चले जाएगा, जिसे हम लिक्विफाइबल सॉइल ऐसे बोलते हैं. फाइन. सो हमने क्या किया कि हमने यहाँ पे 2 टाइप्स ऑफ पाइल प्रपोज की. फर्स्ट इज ड्रिवन कास्ट इन सिटू पाइल जो कैटर करेगी लो स्ट्रेंथ्स के लिए 70 metric ton, 100 metric ton and 135 metric ton. And another we proposed is a board cast in situ pile which will cater for higher capacity piles, 190 metric ton to 290 metric ton. इन दोनों में फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी 2.5 होता है, गवर्निंग IS कोड 2911 होता है. एंड जस्ट सिंपल एक इम्पॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया ड्रिवन कास्ट इन सिटू पाइल का मैं आपको बता दूं कि ड्रिवन कास्ट इन सिटू पाइल की जो कैपेसिटी हम वर्कआउट करते हैं वो यूज करते हैं हम मॉडिफाइड इंजीनियरिंग न्यूज फार्मूला. अभी ये होता क्या है? आई विल टेल यू सिंपली इन अ वेरी सिंपल वर्ड. ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव सम टाइम और अदर मस्ट हैव ड्रिवन नेल इन द वॉल. तुम्ही घरी कधीतरी भिंतीवर खिडा ठोकला असेल किंवा लाकडामध्ये खिडा ठोकला असेल किंवा मातीमध्ये पेग गाडला असेल, राइट? दिस प्रोसेस इज सिंपली लाइक दैट. जितना रेजिस्टेंस आपको ड्राइविंग में जा रहा है, जितने बार आप हैमर उस पे मार रहे हो, जितना वेट का हैमर आप उस पे मार रहे हो, टेकिंग दिस वेट ऑफ हैमर, टेकिंग द फॉल ऑफ हैमर, कितने हाइट से आप मार रहे हो वो, एंड उसका एफिशिएंसी, ऑल दोज हम कंसीडर करते हैं इस इंजीनियरिंग न्यूज़ फार्मूला में, एंड देन वी वर्क आउट द पाइल कैपेसिटी. So that is not a topic, but ours is a seismic, so we'll more touch upon that. And when we talk about bore cast in situ pipe, where we use 700 mm pile for 190 metric ton and 900 mm pile for 290 metric ton. तो यहाँ पे हम स्टैटिक फार्मूलाज यूज करते हैं, क्योंकि इसमें हम पहले we bore a hole inside the ground and then we pour lower the cage and then we pour the concrete. तो इसमें ड्राइविंग नहीं होता है, इसमें हम सॉइल के अंदर होल करके उसमें फिर कंक्रीट और केज प्लेस करते हैं. तो वहां पे वर्क पाइल कैपेसिटी वर्कआउट अलग तरह से करनी पड़ती है, वी वर्कआउट इट इन अनदर फैशन. तो यहाँ पे हम यूज करते हैं दिस फॉर्मूलाज which is given there in the IS code. You can refer appendix of the 2911. You will get all these formulas over there. हम अभी उसमें नहीं जाएंगे ज़्यादा because of the short of time. So we follow these IS codes to work out working capacities. These are for vertical capacity. I may require 10 minutes more because we have left with only 10 minutes. So I will take 5 or 10 minutes more. These are
No
the
problem, sir. You
formulas
can
which we
continue.
use for lateral capacity. And then this is soil layers which is present at my site. So 0 to 3 meter sand, then we have clay from 3 to 4 meter, loose sand from 4 to 7 meter. Then medium dense sand from 7 to 22 meter, very dense sand from 20 to 31 meter, and beyond 31 meter you have very good soil having a SPT value more than this. So हमने ये स्ट्राटा टिपिकल स्ट्राटा लिया कुछ लोकेशंस के लिए और उसने हमने पाइप डिजाइन किया. The investigation was carried out by international firm Fugro. This is a Netherlands-based company. It has a presence in Mumbai, all over Mumbai and all over India. They are very good into investigations. So liquefaction consideration kiya, and then for that we 0 to 5 meter we identified that soil will get liquefied at this particular location. I am talking about. Bore log to bore log vary hota hai. You have to carry out analysis for each bore log. Fine. So once we carry out the liquefaction, हमने pile design करना चालू किया, and then here we consider the pile type, pile diameter, pile cross section area, grade of concrete, pile का depth, everything. These are the soil layers. What could be the unit weights of this soil? What are the SPT values? We applied correction to these SPT values. What could be the angle of internal friction values? What could be the UCS and cohesion for clay? And then once we took this value, we worked out pile capacity. But here is one very important thing which we have to look into. तो आप यहाँ पे देखोगे तो यहाँ पे आपको जीरो वैल्यू दिख रही है शाफ्ट रेजिस्टेंस में. तो शाफ्ट इस डेप्थ तक हमने क्या किया कि जो शाफ्ट रेजिस्टेंस है उसको निग्लेक्ट किया. दैट मीन्स वी हैवंट कंसीडर दैट शाफ्ट रेजिस्टेंस. अब कंसीडर करना ही नहीं, सिर्फ ये तो डिजाइन एनालिसिस में हो गया, बट एक्चुअल व्हेन वी डू इट ऑन द साइट पे भी हमें इसका ये करना होता है. तो व्हाट वी डू, वी अप्लाई बिटुमेन टू दैट पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन ऑफ द सॉइल. वो केसिंग या तो केसिंग लगा देते हैं या तो बिटुमेन लगा देते हैं साइड पे. दिस इज अ tedious process at site, but then you have to do it because अभी क्यों करना पड़ता है, because you might have heard about negative skin friction. You can see over here एक नेगेटिव फिगर दिख रही है आपको. सो ये नेगेटिव स्किन फ्रिक्शन है. जो ऊपर का लेयर जब लिक्विफाई होगा तो वो लेयर नीचे सेटल डाउन होगा, एंड दैट लेयर इज गोइंग टू कॉज एडिशनल लोड ऑन माय सॉइल. स्किन फ्रिक्शन, उस स्किन फ्रिक्शन को हम नेगेटिव स्किन फ्रिक्शन बोलते हैं, एंड दिस नेगेटिव स्किन फ्रिक्शन इज आल्सो कंसीडर्ड ओवर हियर. So considering this negative skin friction and neglecting shaft resistance, we worked out the pile capacity. So here you can see I could get a pile capacity of 280 ton, but we took 190 ton safe pile capacity at that particular location, considering both neglecting shaft resistance and considering negative skin friction. And once it is done, we go for the structural design of the pipe. Structural design जो होता है वो पाइल का, that we have to carry out according to the Indian standards 456, which is we have to use every provision. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट प्रोविजन जो है इसमें का कि you have to design the pile for combination of bending moment plus compression. You also have to design the pile for combination of bending moment plus tension, and you do have to go beyond that. And what is that very important thing? तो वो important thing ये है कि वो है serviceability criteria. Now what is that serviceability criteria? Serviceability criteria ये कहता है कि जब आपका structure पे loading है और आपने उसको लिमिट स्टेट में डिजाइन किया है, तो सर्विसिबिलिटी के दौरान उसमें जो क्रैक डेवलप होगी, दैट क्रैक शुड नॉट हैव विड्थ मोर देन 0.2 mm, यानी 1 mm के फिफ्थ पार्ट में से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. तो हमें स्ट्रक्चरल डिजाइन ऑफ पाइल उसके लिए भी करना होता है. एंड यस, वी डू चेक द मिनिमम प्रोविजंस व्हिच हैज गिवन बाय द IS code. So once we carry out the structural analysis, we develop the drawing for that pile and we send it to the site. तो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो, you can see over here, this is a pile, board cast in situ pile, which is designed over there. Here grade of concrete is M30, and this is a pile length. You can see the diameter 900 mm over here. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे the pile have more reinforcement at the top and less reinforcement at the bottom. This is a very unique saving we carried out on the site. We do have to do a round of talks with the consultant. Particularly the consultant was foreign consultant, so we had a lot of meetings, round of meeting to convey them. The last part, once this goes to site and then execution is carried out by using equipments and all, we are not going into that side part, but yes, once this is done, we do have to prove the site. तो हम prove कैसे करते हैं performance? We carry out load test on the site. So this is a particular result of a load test which is carried out on the site. Here you could see कि हमने पाइल के टॉप पे लोड लगाया 0 से लेके 250 टन तक, 250 टन तक हमने लोड लगाया. And when we applied the load, we do observe what settlement is happening at that particular load. When we apply this load, we don't apply it all of a sudden, but we apply it in stages. यानी 250 का अगर 250 metric ton load, we divide it in 10 parts. So every time we will keep on increasing 25 ton. So first we will apply 25 ton, we'll keep it for some time, we'll take reading, then again we will add 25 metric ton more, again we'll observe by how much amount pile is settling यानी नीचे कितनी जा रही है, and we'll note it down. Likewise we go on doing it. So you can see the results over here. Even if after applying 250 metric ton of load, we have only settlement of 20 mm. 20 mm के settlement हुआ है सिर्फ, which was the criteria given to us. So this is about vertical load, but yes, we do have to prove about lateral load. Lateral load से direction से भी load आता है. तो you can see over here, जब हमने lateral load लगाया 12.5 metric ton का, 12.75 metric ton का, तो वहाँ पे जो पाइल का lateral deflection हुआ है पाइल head का, that is less than 5 mm. So this was the another stringent criteria which we have to meet at the site. Lastly, we do also carried out टेंशन. टेंशन यानी पाइल को हमें पुल करना होता है, ग्राउंड से ऊपर खींचना होता है. So we pulled the pile above ground by applying load, and when we applied a load of 160 metric ton or 165 metric ton, तो वहां पे हमें जो डिफ्लेक्शन या टॉप पे जो डिफ्लेक्शन मिला, पुल अप मिला, that was about 24 mm. Clear? So stringent criteria होता है कि 12 mm how much load is taken by the soil at 12 mm. Clear? So we meet that criteria also. So it was a very fascinating result which we got on the site, and it was a very good results developed not from the design team by considering the seismic analysis, but also the site staff which worked over there, and it was a fantastic results which we could get even during these criterias. So this was a very good site which was carried out, and one of the best site we have gone through. So I thank you all for your attendance. If you have any questions, you can please drop it on the chat section, or maybe you can directly ask.
Sir, one of the question was asked, that is explain B1 and B2 formula slide.
1 second, sir. Explain B1 and B2 formulas. Wait.
So dear participants, while Rahul sir is preparing, there is one just small poll here. So you have to answer through this poll now appearing on your screen. So you have to give the option for that.
I hope you are talking about this, Sanjay ji. Sanjay Patil sir, you are talking about this B1 and B2.
Yes, yes, this formula, just they want to revise again.
Okay, so let's get into it. So this is a ratio. If you could get into cyclic stress ratio, ये होता है ratio in comparison with the vertical overburden pressure. You can see this is a submerged vertical overburden pressure, and this is a shear strength at that particular location. और इसके लिए हमें फॉर्मूला है 0.65 Amax upon G. तो Amax is the acceleration जो हमने वर्कआउट किया है शेक एनालिसिस से. G is the acceleration due to gravity जो कांस्टेंट होता है. This sigma V0 is the overburden pressure at that particular location, and this is the effective overburden pressure present at the site. RD is the correction for the rod length. ये हो गया आपका साइक्लिक शियर स्ट्रेस जो साइट पे आपके आने वाला है. तो मैं आपको यहाँ पे दिखाता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल साइक्लिक स्ट्रेस रेशो जो इंड्यूस्ड हुआ है डिजाइन अर्थक्वेक की वजह से, इसके लिए हमने अर्थक्वेक जोन पकड़ा है 4, जोन फैक्टर 0.35, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ अर्थक्वेक्स 7.5, डेप्थ ऑफ फिल, एंड दिस इज अ formula which we have used. So 0.65 Amax upon G RD sigma V upon sigma V dash. यहाँ पे अगर देखोगे आप तो Amax upon G को अगर मैं कर लूँगा, so Amax is 0.22 G and then you have G below. तो उसको मैंने मल्टीप्लाई किया Amax को पीक एक्सीलरेशन के हिसाब से, एंड देन यू गॉट अ Amax ऑफ दिस. अब इस Amax की फिगर हम यहाँ पे रखेंगे. जी की फिगर 9.81 है. अब ये जो है ये इफिशियंसी के फैक्टर्स है बहुत सारे जो लगते हैं करेक्शंस में, और देन कंसोलिडेटली इट गोज इनटू द आरडी. सिग्मा वी एंड सिग्मा वी डैश इज वेरी इजी टू वर्कआउट. आपको क्या करना है कि आपको डेप्थ लेनी है और सॉइल के यूनिट वेट को आपको मल्टीप्लाई करना है. ठीक है. और जब मैं इफेक्टिव वर्कआउट कर रहा हूं तो मुझे सबमर्ज्ड यूनिट वेट लेना है. सबमर्ज क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें वाटर है, तो आपको उसमें सबमर्ज यूनिट वेट. सबमर्ज यूनिट वेट विल बी लेस देन द ओवरबर्डन प्रेशर. सो दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो आप यहाँ देखोगे these are the SPT values which we work for working out the resistance, and जो Amax का था that was for the shear stress.
Another question was there in the chat box, difference between the cohesion and cohesionless soil. Cohesive and cohesionless soil.
कोहेजन आणि कोहेसिव्हलेस सॉइल म्हणजे फार इझी आहे. तुम्ही यू माइट हॅव सीन सँड, माळूची रेती इज अ कोहेजनलेस. दॅट मीन्स पार्टिकल्स विल नॉट स्टिक विथ इच अदर इवन इफ यू पुट वॉटर इन दॅट. पार्टिकल्स जर तुम्ही घेतले तर ते एकमेकाला स्टिक होणार नाही, चिटकणार नाही. दॅट इज कोहेजनलेस. आणि इफ यू टेक क्ले सॉइल, दॅट मीन्स चिकन माती जर घेतली, तुम्ही शेतात गेले, काळी माती हातात घेतली, त्याच्यामध्ये थोडं पाणी टाकलं आणि ती तुमच्या हाताला रब केली तर ती हाताला चिपकते आणि तिचे पार्टिकल्स ऑल्सो स्टिक टू ईच अदर. तो इस टाइप के सॉइल को कोहिजिव सॉइल कहा जाता है, और जिसमें ये स्टिकिंग की प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होती है उससे कोहिजनलेस सॉइल कहा जाता है. सो दीज आर द टू एक्सट्रीम स्टेज ऑफ द सॉइल्स. और बाकी की जो सब नेचुरल सॉइल्स होती है इन दो एक्सट्रीम स्टेज के बीच में होती है. इट विल हैव सम कोहिजन, इट विल हैव सम फ्रिक्शन. तो जब कोहिजनलेस सॉइल है तो C will be 0, and when cohesive soil will be there, then phi will be 0. Angle of internal friction will be 0. That is the difference.
So here another question was there by Mayank. How much is important for earth pressure, active and passive, because both are appearing in the strata?
Active and passive case won't be applicable to here because it will be at rest position at this case. Yes, active and passive will be important when we are talking about the retaining structures in particular.
Yes, correct.
At that time it will be important. Yes, but then as Mayank pointed out, there are coefficients which are used. I'll show you which are used in the designs. For example, here you can see this K. So this is a coefficient which depends on the active and passive state of the soil at that particular location. हम जब ड्रिवन प्रिकांस अब ये देखना पड़ता है कि which type of pile there is. For example, मैंने I told you there are two types of pile. One is driven pile and another is board cast in situ pile. Driven pile is a pile which is driven, यानी आप soil में एक pile को hammer से ठोक रहे हो. Now when you are hammering it and when pile is going inside, वो क्या करेगी, सॉइल को बाजू में पुश करेगी. क्लियर? उस वजह से सॉइल पाइल पे प्रेशर डेवलप होगा, दैट विल बी पैसिव प्रेशर. क्लियर? तो मैं ये जो कोएफिशिएंट लूंगा वो पैसिव कोएफिशिएंट लूंगा. गॉट इट माइंड? एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट बोर्ड पाइल, तो बोर्ड पाइल मैंने बोर किया है ऑलरेडी, सो सॉइल इज नॉट गेटिंग डिस्प्लेस्ड. सॉइल एट रेस्ट है, जैसी थी वैसे ही है. In that case, I will take this K as at rest K. तो at rest K कम होता है in comparison to passive. Clear? तो उस फिनोमिना का हम यहाँ पे एडवांटेज लेते हैं एक्टिव और पैसिव का. Got it? Yes.
There is another question in the chat box. So Syed Sood is asking about that. Please tell that all the session lectures or content will be same or different. So it is obvious that all the content in the session is different, but each sessions they are serially arranged so that in every session you will be getting with deep insight the earthquake resistant design. So here in first part we are understanding the introduction, and then in today's fourth session now we are entering into the using the ETAP software for earthquake resistant design, and then in again day by day the depth of the content regarding earthquake resistant design, regarding the IS code, seismic design, and how these different parameters are considered. That was getting explained by the different expert from the VNIT, IIT colleges, professors are there. So it is very important for us to get this information from that. And for this today's session now, Rahul Wankade sir, very nicely you have explained the field experience, that where how we, this is very much important that we have to consider all these parameters in the design. And particularly now when we are talking about the high-rise building for this modern age, so the important is we have to consider from the foundation. And if the your area is in earthquake resistant zone, so you have to apply the earthquake resistant design for the pile foundation also. So from our side, this is one of the just highlight that our expertise engineer Rahul Wankade sir has given you regarding the how these considerations are done for the earthquake resistant design for the deep foundation like pile foundations. And it depends upon again the availability of the strata and the site location, all these things. So thank you Wankade sir for guiding us this second session in this STDP. On the behalf of Department of Civil Engineering, here whole team, we are thanks to you for this session.
Thank you very
much. Before ending this session now, I request to all the participants that as the you have to mark the attendance here in the session. you have to just type your mobile number in the chat box, so that it will be considered as attendance of this session. So before leaving this session, everybody you have to type your mobile number in the chat box, and then we will end the today's meeting. And there is one small poll is again coming for you. So that is again I am launching, and then you have to answer that of multiple options on the screen also. And you can register your attendance by typing just simply your mobile number you have to type in the chat box. And again with the next session, there is now lunch break, and 1 p.m. then again we will meet. If some part is there remaining, Wankhede sir, from your side, if it is possible to have another session.
We could get into the site aspect, like I could
So I
introduce
will-
them to the piling practices which are carried out on the site.
Okay, I will
So
see
that-
that if it is possible, then again we will have one session with you again.
Sure,
As
sure.
much as possible in this next coming days.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for being with us.
Thank you very
And
much, sir.
for a few minutes, we will waiting for the chat box for marking the attendance by typing your mobile number, and then we will end this session. And the next session will again begin at 1 p.m. with the another wonderful expert, engineer Dongre from North Canaan University. So we will again meeting you at 1 p.m. with the next new link of this STDP. So thank you for being with us from my side. Thank you, Wankhede sir, and all the participants. And after 5 minutes wait, we will end this meeting here, and we will again meet after lunch break at 1 p.m. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you, participants, for your patience hearing. You can contact me on my mail ID.
Yes, you can type in the chat box also.
I can send my mail ID and mobile number for any geotechnical related work. You can contact me. I'm sending my mail ID in the chat box. I'll be also sending my.
All the participants, if you are having any query regarding the design or considerations for geotechnical aspects of any of the structure, you can just call or drop a mail to our respected Rahul Wankhede sir for having the consultation regarding any type of help you require. So 8055 622 333.
Yes.
This is the mobile number of Rahul sir.
Email ID also I have dropped.
Yes, rahul.r.wankhede@gmail.com is the email address you can contact to our Rahul sir. So those participants have done their mobile number entry into chat box. They can leave the meeting, and after the all attendance, then we will end this meeting here, and then again we will meet at another session at 1 p.m. with another expert. So thanks to all for marking attendance here in the chat box. And now this session will be officially end here, and then we will meet again at another session with 1 p.m. with another expert. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.